Happy Monday to you all, viewers and subscribers, gentlemen and women of the press. I am here once again with another blockbuster. You're gonna hear this headline. Another group have arose, even with Ohaneze, the Southeastern Governors Forum and other groups, both online and offline, have called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including parastatals. Even as we're talking about, even as I'm talking to you now, the Jews in Israel have given Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a chieftaincy title in absentia. That is, they give him a title in absent. Anytime he is out from the DSS, all he need to do is just fly to Israel to go there and be ordained, maybe as Igwe of that very particular area. So what am I saying? Another group have rose again. This one that said, even if the Southeastern governors will not do it, that they said, we will do it on our own. They have already combined. What is the name of that group? They are the group that campaign for equal rights and opportunities for all Nigerians, which is called SIRON. They do what? They have already called for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's released, and they give a specific date which that have to be achieved. Otherwise, they will take laws into their hands. That is what the news says, not me. I'm not inciting anybody to take laws into their hands, because law belongs to God and the government. You get the point now, eh? Okay, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. We have no time to waste. The only thing we have here now is what is news. No time to tell time. Let us get the headlines straight, and we will come back again to analyze the news to a very, very layman's understanding. I mean, to a very language that every Tom and Jerry will understand. Group urges Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with immediate effect. All these calls, we keep doing this call from the past government. This now, they refuse to listen. They tie their ears. Anyway, let me reserve my comment. Let you not be saying I may talk. Another development here, we have another Obonga news. This one have to do with flooding. And I still remember that flooding that nearly displaced, or not nearly, nearly displaced almost the whole country, the whole entire Nigeria. Now, Cameroon is about to open the Lagdo Dam again. Even during the time of Buhari, they did it. They announced before they open it. They said it cannot do anything, let them open. When they open, how many states? Almost about half of the Nigerian states were affected by that very particular as a result of the dam opening. So now another one is here again. They want to open this Lagdo Dam. Cameroon Dam opening. Evacuate to prevent deaths. Federal government states warn flood-prone communities. You are warning them. That is the only thing government can do. Government wants a misplaced priority. A government that have no any single respect for human lives. They don't have no any single regard for human lives and properties. You are warning them, or you are to do something to cushion that what they call it, the flood that is going to come. Not a rain, When this one happen now, they will tell you now, no, that what happened is not from the dam, is from the overraining of one thing. Now the warning is here, and what the government, the front government of Nigeria can do is to be warning Nigerians that they should evacuate to avoid debt. Where are they evacuating to? Our petty farmers who can barely feed themselves because of hardship in the country. Where are they evacuating to? They should just pack their car and begin to walk on the street, simply because they want to avoid debt and the destruction of lives and properties. Nonsense country. Some former governors in Tinubu's cabinet are liabilities, according to Shehu Sani. Tinubu should tell Nigerians how we got degree without primary secondary education. And I don't say this is a very government. I don't even know what to say, because they are everywhere. They can bribe in Nigeria. Even in the Chicago State University, they have already bribed. Most of the degrees they gave to him is not from him. When you go to the site now to go and search for this particular thing, my dear brothers, it have been wiped from their website. Nigerians, well done. USA, you people are doing well in do what? In destroying this country. but our gods will reward all of you. My brothers and sisters, please let us go through the reason why we are here. I'm very angry this morning, and that is why it seems like I'm jumping words. Because what I'm seeing online these days is really getting me provoked. Well, whichever way it is, I must take out the provocation and do my work, because a lot of people is waiting for this news. Like, comment, subscribe, and of them all, share this message. That a lot of people cares for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no matter how bad it is. People are still calling for his release, including groups. The campaign for equal rights and opportunities for all Nigerians, the SERON, has appealed to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To what? To ensure the restoration of peace in the southeastern region of the so-called country. SERON made the appeal last week in a statement by its secretary Francis Odile, who said the call became necessary following the growing earnest demands by people of goodwill that the IPOB leader be released to stem the insecurity in that part of the country. But the question is, are they really interested for the peace to return in the southeast? My own answer and their own answer is no. So all these things you are saying for them to, once you are telling them to restore the peace in the southeast, they keep on holding the young man. That's the simple truth. Also, they noted that the controlled detention of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in no small measure fueling the insecurity in the southeast. He noted that a free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu holds the key to the restoration of peace in the southeast, where all manner of individuals have been issuing orders and pronouncements destabilizing the east with claims that they are doing it for and in the interest of the IPOB leader who have been in detention. These orders including the sit at home, which has been used to cripple social economic activities in the southeast and to other parts of the country by extension, cannot be allowed to continue, because what affects the southeast affects all parts of the country. If these groups or individuals who are behind these acts claim they are doing it for the sake of Kanu, we believe that the activities of this set of groups and individuals can be effectively checked if the man they claim they are agitating for is released from detention. Moreover, many Nigerians believe that if he is released, he should be able to calm his followers and call them to order, and by so doing, ensure the return of peace in that part of the country. The federal government can achieve this by handing the IPOB leader over to a notable personality from the southeast, who should be held responsible and accountable for his whereabouts and his activities. That should not be too much for the federal government to do in order to rescue the southeast from the grip of those behind the heinous crimes recorded almost on daily basis in that part of the country in the name of agitating for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. In another development, Cameroon dam opening, evacuate to prevent deaths. Fulani government states warn flood-prone communities. The release of huge volumes of water from the Lagdo Dam in Cameroon has made states along the path of River Benue in Nigeria brace up for possible flood disasters in their various domains. To prevent deaths and other disasters associated with floods, states that are likely to be affected have asked residents of the flood-prone areas to vacate such communities. According to the National Emergency Management Agency officials, no fewer than 11 states, including Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi, Anambra, Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, and Cross River are likely to feel the negative impacts of the opening of the Lagdo Dam. The state on Sunday advised such residents to leave the areas to avoid impacts on human lives and valuable assets. Then the question is, What is government doing to cushion this effect? I think somebody must have told these people to open this Lagdo Dam, because the chain is used to be opened every 10 good years. That is when they used to open it. So now everything have just turned upside down under this regime. Nigeria. It was gathered on Sunday that Cameroon informed the Fulani government of Nigeria that it will soon open its Lagdo Dam. The director of the African Affairs, Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Omar Salisu, said in a letter dated August 21, 2023, that the ministry received a note from the High Commission of the Cameroon as regards the opening of the dam. The letter, which was addressed to the National Emergency Management Agency, read, in part, I have the honor to inform that the ministry is in receipt of a note verbally from the High Commission of the Republic of Cameroon, informing that Cameroonian officials have resolved to open the floodgates of the Lagdo Dam on the Benue River in days ahead, due to the heavy rainfall around the dam catchment area on northern Cameroon. The letter stated that it was pertinent to note that when the release of the water became necessary, the authorities of the Lagdo Dam will be releasing only a modulated, variable small amount of water at a time in order to mitigate and avoid damage that the released water might cause along the River Benue basin in both Cameroon and in Nigeria. In a view of the above, it would be appreciated if the esteemed agency takes all the necessary proactive steps and actions that will mitigate the damages, as well as sensitize the populace living in such areas to vigilance and all necessary precautions. Lagdo Dam, located 50 kilometers south of the city of Garao on the Benue River, often release huge volumes of water when overflowing, and this leads to flooding in various states downstreams of Nigeria. Based on this development, some states to be affected by the opening of the dam confirmed on Sunday that they would demolish structures on waterways, while others earmarked some schools to serve as camps for internally displaced persons. Officials of the National Emergency Management Agency and the Nigerian Hydrological Services Agency said 11 states were along the path of River Benue and are going to be affected by the opening of the Lagdo Dam. Although they noted that there was no cause for alarm, they named the states to include Adamawa and the rest of them and Cross River. State governments informed. The head of media and publicity and public relations, NEMA, Ezekiel Manzo, said the agency had informed the state governors, adding that the states have been advised on what to do to mitigate the impact of possible floods. We have introduced this to all our awareness programs, and in addition to that, NEMA has written to all the governors to alert them. We have also mentioned the things that they need to do in order to mitigate the impact of the said flooding. So what this means is that with this information concerning the excesses water being released from the dam, it means that all the state governments along the River Benue axis, the time has come for them to match action with the information that has been given to them in anticipation of this flood. And some of the things they need to do is for them to immediately monitor the people and the communities along the flood pathway and began to move them away from the danger. The Lagdo Dam are just beginning the release of the water. We don't know if the rain increases and the release of the water continues. It means the people will need to move quickly out of the flood plain. Manzo, however, stated that if after this initial release we do not have much rain again, then it means they are going to stop. I'm saying this because we don't want to send people panicking that the release means that they should run away completely from the river bank. But what we are saying is that the time has come for the people to be conscious of the risk that is lying beside them in terms of the likelihood that the river will overflow its banks. Asked to name the states that are likely to be affected, the NEMA official said the states which I have mentioned before is the ones that will be affected. That is, I think, 11 states: Adamawa, Taraba, Benue, Nasarawa, Kogi. Then from Kogi, we have states like Anambra, Edo, Delta, and also Bayelsa states. Dam will be opened. Dam opened August 14. Okay, Director General of the Nigerian Hydrological Service Agency, Clement Nze, September 14, not August 14, Clement Nze, also confirmed the letter, but noted that the dam had been releasing water before the letter was sent to Nigeria by Cameroon. The letter was signed on just August 27 by the African Affairs officer at the foreign recently, which my permanent secretary drew my attention to last week, according to the news we have here. In another development, we have some former governors in Tinubu's cabinet are liabilities, according to Alhaji Shehu Sani. Former lawmaker in the National Assembly, Senator Shehu Sani, shares his views with Joe Oluwafemi and Godwin Isenyo on the coup in Niger Republic and the threat of a military invasion by the Economic Community of West African States, among other issues. According to this one is just interaction, question and answer, in case you are not there. So this one, I think we are going to leave it story for another day. According to Shehu Sani, it is a bit controversy, and I don't want to get my people involved in it. So let me leave it for another day. But before then, let us take this last news before we conclude. Tinubu should tell Nigerians how we got degree without primary and secondary education, according to Atiku Abubakar of PDP. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has taken another swipe at Bola Ahmed Tinubu, querying his primary and secondary education claim. Atiku made this known via his ex, formerly Twitter, verified account on Sunday. According to the former vice president, in 1999, Tinubu claimed to have attended St. John's Primary School in Aroloya, Lagos State, before proceeding to Children's Home School in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. He added his Tinubu next port of call on his educational journey was the Government College Ibadan and the Richard Dale College, after which he proceeded to Chicago State University in the United States of America. I woke up this morning wondering how we got to this cul-de-sac in 1999. Tinubu claimed he attended St. John's Primary School at Royal Lagos before proceeding to Children's Home School in Ibadan. According to him, his next port of call in his educational journey was Government College Ibadan and Richard Dale College and Chicago State University in the United States. Atiku further urged well-meaning Nigerians to query Tinubu's declaration of no primary and secondary education yet has a university degree. How possible is that? How do you get admission without all these things? I am scratching my head. How is that possible? Me think that all well-meaning Nigerians should be as confused as I am with Tinubu's declaration that he had no primary and secondary education yet he was or he has a university degree. Does it mean that an illiterate Delilos will never go to school? We cannot tell, unless the result is out. You may wish to ask Tinubu how he attended or attend his speech so that he can learn from his ingenuity. Atiku had recently filed a separate case number 235099 ND 111 at the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Illinois against Tinubu in the United States. This is different from the suit requesting the academic records of Tinubu, which read that he holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration from the Chicago State University. Anyway, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers, now here we will take back our kaya and I go with the go. So I beg, una help me share this message because everyone needs to get to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not what you think. He's not just a pushover. A lot of people have been calling his release both internationally and locally, and which is a call for concern that the Nigerian government is supposed to do the needful, not waiting for anybody to call for the release. Let them obey the order of the court. The second most, the second most highest court we have in the land, Court of Appeal, discharged and acquitted him. But they said the Minister of Justice, Attorney General of the Federation, which is Malami, and his cohorts, Buhari and the rest of other Fulani cabals, said Nihi Kaba to what the court judged on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Well, without not taking much of your time, I would like to say bye for now, my wonderful people. Kemesiano. Please help me share this message, like and comment, because all the very, very important and very, very necessary. Because without you, there will be no Okute Daily Talk, and without Okute Daily Talk, there will no any kind of my news to you. Everyone have their own callings. My own callings is to make you happy while you are listening to my news. So that is why I used to add some comedy to it, so that in our watch here, you go to jollificate. Don't be saying you go to watch news, you go to get angry sometimes. You know they're good now. So my people, I beg gonna help me share this message, like, share, and comment. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. May the good Lord bless us all, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'll be right back again with another blockbuster. Bye for now, my people. Kemesiano.